Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, DillyBoy1k. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today is a day that I have been waiting for. You guys have definitely been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, Kid A by Radiohead. We are finally here. I have nothing but good to say about Radiohead. I just want to talk about Radiohead real quick. Let's see, the first video I made on them with OK Computer, I think was in either February or March of this year, 2023. And to date, it has been my most popular video. I think it has over 5,000 views, which is insane. When doing this stuff, I did not expect any videos to get that number, so thank you guys for that. And then a few months later, I did In Rainbows. I think that was in June or July, and 5 months later, we're here with Kid A. Now, in terms of me just listening to Radiohead, I know they have like 8 or 9 albums. I have only listened to 2, and I think they're one of the greatest bands ever. I'm guessing that's a very popular take, but just from the 2 albums I've heard, I cannot express enough of their greatness. In my Spotify Wrapped, I said in that video, I was surprised that Radiohead was not in my top 5. Even though I only know 2 albums from them, I have listened to OK Computer and In Rainbows so many times. It is insane. I'm going to make a video later this year talking about, just for the channel, my favorite albums and favorite songs. I am limiting the list to just a couple Radiohead songs, because if it was not there, it would probably take up 80 or 90% of the top 10, let alone top 20. Yeah, it's insane how good they are. I think once I did that In Rainbows reaction, I think I listened to that album every day, or maybe at least every other day, but most of the time every day for like a month and a half, 2 months after. It's just so good. Yeah, some of my favorite songs of all time, since I've started listening to music, like, seriously, in 2021. Some of my favorite songs of all time. I immediately think of Exit Music for a Film, Nude, Weird Fishes, All I Need. Nude, Weird Fishes, All I Need, being a 3-track run, is probably one of the best 3-track runs I've ever heard, and I think it's one of the best 3-track runs of all time, in my opinion. Everything they do is perfect. I might sound like a complete meat writer for Radiohead. I do not care. Now to talk about the actual album we're going to be listening to today. If we open this up here on Genius, we have Kid A. Now, in terms of greatest Radiohead albums, let alone greatest albums of all time, the big 3, OK Computer, In Rainbows, Kid A, those are the big 3. Undisputed big 3, I'm pretty sure. Maybe you could throw in Moonshaped Pool or The Bends. Maybe. I forgot that one is Amnesiac or something. From what I've heard recently, I've heard so many people talk about Kid A and how Kid A is their favorite album ever. Best album ever. Favorite Radiohead album ever. And that makes me really excited, because right now, if I had to pick between OK Computer and In Rainbows, I'd probably go In Rainbows. Barely. Probably because of the Dissect episodes that have come out, and I appreciate it more. I think I'd barely give it to In Rainbows, but this could totally change, and I am all here for it. If this album is really good,
if this album is just okay. I think Radiohead will still be. I mean, it's. I don't think. I know they'll still be one of my favorite bands ever. But I don't. I shouldn't set myself up to think that it's bad, because it probably won't be. This cover, always been so fascinated by it. Completely digitalized. I've heard that this takes their electronic and experimental style from OK Computer and just takes it up a notch entirely. It looks like we got a volcano and some forest trees in the background. In the foreground, we got digitalized mountains and just glitches happening on the bottom. Really cool. Yeah, then there's just some other stuff here, but yeah, it's not really too much to unpack. I see Aphex Twin right here, and that immediately gets me excited. I like Aphex Twin. He's a cool man, undeniably perfect. Yeah, but what better time to do it than December 10th, a random Sunday night when finals in my junior year are gonna start. Let's just listen to this. I mean, hey, could be worse. Could be worse, but I'm thinking, you know, if it's electronic and stuff and wintertime, I associate those two pretty well. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. I don't know, I'm like tensing up. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. I haven't even clicked play yet. Okay, Kid A, Radiohead, 2000, October 2nd, 2000. It is 11 songs, 47 minutes, 11 seconds. Let's just get into it, dude. Let's just do it. I think headphones, music quality is looking good. I think you guys can hear stuff pretty good. If you can't, then boo-hoo, I guess. But I'd be really sad for you guys. Screw it, man. Track number 1. Everything in its right place. Oh my god, we're back. It's already so digitalized. Is he saying running in the back? Oh my god. Everything's just layered. Dude, we're back. We're back, man. So good. So good. It works as a really good intro. Honestly, it sounds grand, but also so digitalized. It's stuff I've really never heard. Like, all the layering of the vocals is so, like, and this was created in 2000. This was in 2000. Like, the only thing I can compare it to is OK Computer. Like, they have made their own world, you know? Yeah, really just Radiohead and Aphex Twin. It's really all I can compare it to. Nigel Godrich, he's back on the production. I mean, it's a goat. In classic Radiohead fashion, most of the time, these lyrics are kind of a bit nonsense. Maybe there's deeper thought into them, but on a surface thing, not really understanding what the theme is going to be here, what he's going to be talking about. All I know is that sounded phenomenal. That was a great intro. I know that a movie came out recently, the time I'm recording this, and they used this song as like the theme for it or something. And so I've seen TikToks of it where they're talking about the song, and it's this song, and I tried to like kind of like mute the audio pretty fast because I don't want to like spoil it for myself, but obviously I've heard like the everything part, you know, I've heard that. And that kind of inspired me to make this video already because I don't want to keep muting those and I want to actually enjoy the music. Oh man, it sounded dark. It sounded kind of like a lone electronic, you know, what I want in a Radiohead song. Yeah, okay. These lyrics, I don't know if I'm gonna go heavy into the lyrics. Let's just recognize, what does Kid A mean? The Radiohead has never given a definitive explanation for Kid A. The leading theory is that it refers to the hypothetical name for a firstborn child of human cloning. Oh. So it's like people, and this goes to the technology and stuff, making clones of people and just calling it Kid A, because like the first one, you know? So that ties into humanity, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, just, inhumane, digitalized, synthetic. I'm just saying words at this point. Two colors in my head. What was that you tried to say? I think that just means that like he's just like in his own world, you know, like he isn't trying to hear what everyone else is saying. Oh, I did hear, just on the Genius write-up for this, that he struggled with writer's block, and it was in the Dissect episode too, the beginning one for In Rainbows, which is, you haven't guys checked that out. If you haven't checked that out, please do. Talks about how they like went on tour to try and like, I don't know, to just like explore the creator because it worked with them before, but this one they kind of just went more just out of the blue because he was struggling with writer's block, so that makes sense. But two colors in my head, I don't know what the colors are, you know. Or it's just two colors like being bipolar, go and stop, green and red. Yeah. The stripped back lyrics come from Tom experimenting with different writing techniques to combat his writer's block after the rigorous touring of the previous record. OK Computer. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay. This video is already 20 minutes long, and it's been one song. We're gonna go into track 2. Kid A. Just Kid A. Let's go. and then whizzing by. The pattern is so unique. That is weird. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow. I guess it made sense when I said it's a more challenging song. Okay. Okay. That's what we got. I'm gonna say this. It sounds like someone from Tomodachi Life. You know, when like you program them to say something on Tomodachi Life. The is it just on the 3DS? But yeah, that game from like 2013. When you put them in there and like you can make like a play and stuff and they sing songs. It sounds like that. It's also like the fitter happier guy. The computer generated voice. Okay. Okay. Now, believe it or not, I have some theories. Or I have a theory about the lyrics here. Specifically, this one. Now, before we get into the lyrics, let me just talk about the production. Yeah, completely out there. I don't know if this is a disservice, which I don't think it is. The randomness on this album so far, and just all the digitalization, and I know some people are gonna be like, why are you even saying this? But it reminds me of JPEG Mafia with all of the just outlandish stuff, all that stuff. And I obviously know that he is after all of this, okay? I know. Just reminds you that, yeah, just because I've been really into JPEG Mafia lately. You guys saw from the Spotify Rats video. He was my number one in like 4 out of the 5 songs. Yeah. Okay. Let's go into this theory I've got. So, we've got heads on sticks, and you've got ventriloquists. Now, they could, you know, it's like imitating a person, which goes back to the whole Kid A thing about cloning. So I just thought of this. Cloning somebody and calling them Kid A, you're like cloning them. It's like ventriloquists. And you're basically making a person because they're controlling them. You're a puppet master. Now, I think we've got heads on sticks, so we've got something that's so, like, stripped back and something that's so simple. And you've got ventriloquists. So you guys have just something greater. So I think this kind of, maybe not something greater, but something more complex and more parts to it. I think this could relate to Kid A, the album, in terms that they have not a lot less to work with, but they're using a lot less. They're so stripped back with this stuff, like I was talking about, that they have heads on sticks. But the other musicians and stuff, like in the early 2000s, late 90s, they've got so many different things going on, you know? So, just a completely different approach to music in general is what they've got here. I don't know, is that... Yeah, I don't know. That is scary. Heads on stakes, ventriloquist dummy. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to read it. But that's just my theory I got, okay? And then I slip away. I slipped on a little white lie. Dude, that's a W pick of Tom. Thomas the Kid. It begins his years and never needs his life, where a different lifestyle comes into play. Yeah, I like to see how long I spend time on each song, and okay, that was only like 11 minutes. We're going to be here till midnight at the earliest. It's 11 o'clock, exactly. Track number 3 is almost 6 minutes, and it is called the National Anthem. I've heard the name of this song, but I don't know what it sounds like. I think it's a pretty popular one. So, the National Anthem. Let's go. Okay, this is more... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's sick. I feel like a trumpet or something. This distortion is weird. It's cool, it's like layered. Oh. Oh my God. So much is happening. good, everybody? It is Editor Dylan here, and I just wanted to say that this video has proven to be really tough in editing down the music, just because there's no like good times for me to stop. First, because it's all over the place, but second, it's all incredible. This song especially, it was so hard to try and find a place to pause, so if your favorite part of this song or any song through the rest of the album gets cut, I apologize. Let's continue. Okay, I'm gonna start that a little early. I know how they like redefine themselves every album. This doesn't feel like Radiohead. This does not feel like Radiohead. I'm having such a good time. I'm having such a good time. That was so good. That was so good. Okay, that makes sense that it is like a song that I've heard the name of. That's so good. So good. It's like nothing I've ever heard before. Nothing I've ever heard before. Dude, they take like when you think of like the national anthem and how like before like sports games, they do the national anthem with like a band and stuff, you know? They're taking all of those instruments from the band and they're just putting them into this insane just amalgamation of distortion, weird vocals, it's just random instruments, and it's all just there for 6 minutes. And it sounds great, even though he's talking about how everybody's together. The looping heavy bass line was composed by Tom York when he was 16 years old. That's crazy. That bass line is so good. Yeah, that bass line is great. The early electronic development, instrument, inspired. Oh, so they're using completely random instruments. On this, Martha Knott, by Johnny Reed, was inspired by Oliver. Wow. Oh my gosh, they got a whole orchestra in here. My Greenwood in New York, sampled by Charles Mingus. There's so many samples and just sounds in this. The band had attempted to record the song twice before in 94 and 97, but kept it from releasing as a B-side because they felt the song was too good for it. The working title then was Everyone. Crap, dude. Wow. I'm still just kind of shocked. These lyrics, I just want to at least know what this is. Everyone is so near. Is vague and deals with anxiety ever since the band's Idioteque computer. It had gotten much more attention and now filling up stadiums with new fans, but York's in such disbelief. Okay. Notice it's holding on. So alone. Oh. Okay. What's going on? Huh. Yeah, I don't know what's holding on. Is it the band holding on because they got so much like pressure on them because they've got so many new fans? Is it how everyone is so near and they're all holding on because they're all a collective fan base with no toxicity? That's not true. Okay, this next song. I have heard nothing but the greatest for this song. I don't want to get my hopes up. I really don't. I'm starting to cry right now just thinking about it. I have heard this to be one of the greatest songs of all time. So, goddamn, I'm so ready for this. I'm so ready for this. I'm gonna play back a little bit of the National Anthem so it can go in there. Track number 4. I think it's the second most viewed on here. Yep. How to Disappear Completely, and this ties in to all the themes we've seen so far. Let's just go. Let's just do it. So this is the end of National Anthem. 3, 2, 1.
It's not me. I go where I please. I walk through walls. I float down the living.
So isolated.
I'm not here. This isn't happening. I'm not here. I'm not here. In a little while, I'll be gone, and I'm not here. This isn't happening.
Oh my god. This is beautiful.
I'm not here. I'm not
Dude, that's... so good. That was so good. That was so good. That was so good. That was so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Incredible. The build up was so it took its time so well, just slowly going and slowly swelling. There wasn't even that like much there wasn't even that big of a break either. It was like it went up and then just slowly kind of just trickled down. But that was so good. So good. The idea of just not existing and just being so like isolated and so alone that you don't even consider yourself like a person. You don't consider yourself like there and visible is insane. I hope that never happens. I hope I never feel that way. Sometimes I just think about it a little bit. Because it's cool to think about a little bit about how just being in your own world and just not existing, just going away from everything. But oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. So good. Wow. Hey guys, I just wanted to come on and just say that I talked about this song for a long time. I kind of went through every single lyric, but there is this one video that I will link in the description and maybe put like a card up, like in this corner. You guys will probably see. This guy explains the backstory and then the actual song itself, what it means to the group and just everybody. He explains it so well. And I think that's well worth your time just checking out. Check it out after this video. But just to say, yeah, he probably does a way better, well, he obviously does a better description of the song. But still, just putting that out there. Enjoy the rest of the video. Yeah, that's not me. I go where I please. Yeah, they're out-of-body experience. They're looking at themselves. It blends into the thematic story of the album, being a child and experiencing a place for the first time, only to revisit that place later in life, realizing not only is the place that was once so vividly illustrated in your mind gone, so is the child. Dude. I walk through walls, I float down to Livy. Huh. So this, I guess, is all based around a dream that he had. Wow. I think going into it, I was expecting like just a big, just boom thing. Exit music for a film. I was expecting something like that, but this is different. It has very similar aspects to it, but it's more just there. There's no big conclusion, even if it's good or bad. It's kind of just still there. And they're both track 4, which is crazy. Yeah. It's so good. I'm not here. This isn't happening. Yeah. It's crazy how he's saying, like, I'm not here and this isn't happening. That's not me. I go where I please. So he's not saying that, like, he's the person. He's saying that he's the ghost. That's what he's saying. He's talking about the person there. He's saying, that's not me. But even though he's looking at himself, he's like, that's not me. I'm more of this. I'm more of a ghost. I'm more of an invisible being. That's crazy. That's crazy. we're 55 minutes in, and 4 songs have been covered. Oh my god. No, I cannot cope with this. And he said, pull the shutters down. He keeps saying, I'm not here. This is not happening. Wow. Oh, man. Does it get any better? Does it get any better? There's no way. There's no way. I love instrumentals. Basically, any album that has an instrumental, I love. Okay, Treefingers is track 5, and it's an instrumental. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? Let's do it, man. Treefingers, come on. I'm just gonna... Better yet, I'll put it here to see when it's done. I don't know what just happened to me. I think I genuinely just disappeared for 4 minutes. I think, yeah, I was in my own mind just drifting. Like, honestly. That was so good. That was so good. I mean, I usually it's like a heart, like, you know, not like something to just like listen to randomly, but if I'm trying to go to sleep, I wonder if there's just a playlist of just Treefingers. I'm not gonna look it up right now, but if there would be a playlist just for Treefingers, that'd be so funny. I might make my own. Oh my god, so good. So good. Yeah. Let's see. What did I think about? One thing that came up a lot while thinking about that, just letting my mind drift, was frogs and lizards and just the patterns on them. Okay, full on. And then also like looking into the sky and seeing like what are those things? Like alignment of stars. What are those called? Like symbols in the sky. I forget the name of them right now. But it was one of like a tree person, because I thought of Treefingers. So like Groot almost, but like more like golems and like, yeah, spiritual beings. can't think of the name for the star things. The Big Dipper, Orion. What are those called? It's such a simple name. I'm just forgetting it. Projection? No, it's not projection. So that's some conspiracy theory stuff. That is some conspiracy theory stuff. Okay, I'm gonna like play back the last little bit of that song, you know, just so we can get a nice roll into track number 6, which is called Optimistic. It's a little over 5 minutes, so let's go. We got 12 seconds left. Yeah, it's good. Those drums or whatever's happening there feel so insane. Oh my god. My god. Oh man, that last. Okay, that goes right into the next one. My apologies. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay, so it says that it's the most radio play. That makes sense. That felt like the most commercial song on here, but it felt like almost like tribal, almost with the drums that are happening, or I think that's just like the that's what I think, at least. I don't know what those are called. I think they're just called like drums or whatever, slap drums or maybe, I don't know. Oh man, that was so good, dude. It felt like this whole album, and I mean, you know, kid, it feels like all like just like in space. Things are larger than life. These are larger than life. This is what I feel with this album. It's insane. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, lyrics, I don't really know what's happening here. Yeah, what is this supposed to mean? Social Darwinism gone amok. These 6 lines refer to the modern times of bigger corporations bullying at the little ones. Yeah, okay. Smaller companies go to market and sell out to larger corporations. And the little fish is food for the bigger fish. They become fodder for the animals. Orwellian dystopian future. The book's up there, 1984. I've only read like the first like 100 so pages. So I get the idea, but I haven't like read it completely, so you know. And maybe George Orwell's made other books like that. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. You can try the best you can. The best you can is good enough. Okay. Tom said that these were the words that Rachel O and his partner said to him when he was stressed out on the OK Computer tour. More thematically, the line also assures us, despite the horrible recent account of the present, that all we can do is what we can do and nothing more. Nice. This one's optimistic. This one went to market. This one just came out of the swamp. This one drops a payload fodder for the animals living on an animal farm. Ooh. Animal Farm is a book. I haven't read it. And it has like a bunch of like political figures and stuff and how they're represented like on a farm and stuff with different political ideals and stuff. So I think that could easily relate there. Yeah, Hush You Little Piggy or whatever from Paranoid Android. So this one is different. This person seems to think that he can change the world. He's optimistic. So he leaves the swamp. Okay, and drops his paycheck on feed for the animals. So he's like a Robin Hood, you know, taking it from the big and giving it to the poor, the animals. This little piggy. Oh, I haven't heard of that nursery rhyme. It's possible the piggies being here represented ensconced in consumerism and capitalism. What does that word even mean? Yeah. You know what? This is word of the day, okay? Where was that word? Ensconced. Okay. We're gonna look this one up, okay? Okay. Define. There. Establish or settle someone in a comfortable, safe, or secret place. Ensconce. So if someone is ensconced, so they're just placed securely in consumerism and capitalism. Okay. Boom. Word of the day. Ensconced. Tell that to your mother. Or your father. Or your sibling. Or yourself. Put some respect on your name. What you do is enough. And you try your best. And your best is enough. So, go for it. Be optimistic. And try and get rid of the exploitive government people. Nothing against the government. That's just the first thing I think of when I think of someone in power. Or something in power. You know, don't come at me. Don't come at me. Okay. Track number 7 is In Limbo. I've been doing this for an hour 13. Let's see if we can cross 2 hours. In Limbo. Oh, this already feels... That's deep. Just bubbling in there. Okay. In Limbo. That one gets a heart for just the atmosphere it's created. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I don't know how you can get these lyrics from. I can't even understand what he's saying. It's just so under all of the music. I'm guessing this is in like an official songbook or something. But let's yeah, I don't know what that means. Yeah, just incredible production. Obviously, so good. I think it was the guitar that was going all the way through the da na 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 na. That was really good. That felt more just like a standard, not a standard song, but less insanely out there until we got to the end. Then that's where something started to go. The comebacks reminded me of, it was gonna be a weird connection, a weird juxtaposition. That's another word. Disappointed. On the Death Grips album, Year of the Snitch. I think that's the last song, right? Hold on. Year of the Snitch. If I just hit my microphone, I'm very sorry, guys. Disappointed, yeah. Where it's like the, I forgot what lyrics it is, but it just comes in, and you can see my reaction on YouTube from like a few months ago. You can see that, and it just comes in. Yeah, it's the why me? Why me? And it's like it's just yelling, come back, while everything else is going. That's what it reminded me of. And honestly, Death Grips and Radiohead have like a lot in common when it comes to that, especially this album. I could tell. Yeah, so what does this mean? Lundy, Fastnet, Irish Sea, I got a message I can't read. Shipping forecast, okay. Theories of Lundy, Fastnet, and Irish Sea follow each other in order of list of forecasts. Yeah, that could be a reference to the two colors in his head. That was from track 1, you know, and how everything's in its right place. Maybe he's in the right place by being on his side. I don't know. Now I'm kind of drawing at, grabbing at straws. Is that the line? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. You're living in a fantasy world. Yeah, in Limbo, they're just in another completely different world. And then I like the line in the second chorus where it says, this beautiful world. So it's an illusion, but it's probably better than the normal world that we're accustomed to. These lines are probably reflecting on the state of mind York was after the OK Computer era, which what most of Kid A's obscure lyrics appear to be about at the end of the day. From the man himself, something snapped in me. I just said, that's it. I can't take it anymore. More than a year later, we were still on the road, and I had time to address things. And I hadn't had time to address things. York is feeling extreme stress along with the overwhelming popularity. So the Limbo separates him. Yeah, so this whole album, especially with the sounds, it's being in another world. Escaping from everything. But it's also experimental, just going against the norm to maybe get some popularity off of them. But I feel like this made this even more popularity. You know? So I think this whole thing is him. Yeah, you know, don't bother me. I've lost my way. I'm just out of here. Don't even bother finding me, you know? And then, meaning of Limbo is a place outside heaven and hell to his unbaptized infants, the lost people and the righteous who died before Christ's coming, were consigned. Oh, Dante's Inferno. Oh. Nice. Oh, that is a weird little thing right here. Nice. Just a little side tangent here. This is pretty revolutionary in the history of DillyBoy1k, in the history of Spotify, and the history of me in general. We are at 1,999 liked songs. I did not plan for it to be this way. I did not plan for Kid A to contain the 2,000th liked song. But somehow we're here. What will the 2,000th liked song be? Let's play a little game real quick. Let me tell you my 1,000th liked song, because I think I can go here and I can like go to 1,000. Okay, my 1,000 liked song is "Standing Ovation" by Little Sims, which is a W song. I like "Standing Ovation." I'm gonna need for a standing ovation. Oh wait. So could this next song be the 2,000th? This is Idioteque. Idioteque? I think it's Idioteque. I've heard great things about this song too. I've heard great things about Idioteque, How to Disappear Completely, and Everything in Its Right Place. Those are the three that I hear the most. So, let's do it, man. I actually heard, okay, one thing. Talking about Kid A and stuff, the channel Hive Mind. You know, you got Riley, you got Graydon, also known as Dignan. Actually, they're completely different people. Dignan is Not Holding My Family Hostage. And then DJ Grant, okay? They're nice guys over there on the other side of YouTube. And Kid A was in their video for their favorite albums bracket, or their viewers' favorite albums bracket. And Idioteque, I think, was the song that Riley picked for his favorite songs ever. And I think it went kind of far. But I kind of like muted my audio when it went, you know, because I'm trying to hear it, you know. You know me, staying loyal to the channel. Whatever that means. Yeah, so all that to say, track number 8, Idioteque. We're actually going to go to In Limbo, and we're going to go to the last, like, 10 seconds, just because I feel like it flowed. So, track number 8, Idioteque. Oh, yeah, that's this deep. Okay, I should start very soon. Bro. next one. I think that goes right into the next one. That is a great song. Which means here on the Spotify page. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to crown Idioteque with the 2,000th liked song. Look at that. We have 2,000 liked songs, guys. Can you believe it? 2,000 songs. Now I can't like any song anymore. Forever. We did it. 2,000 liked songs, guys. Let's go. I just want to show you guys that. Let's go back to the Idioteque lyrics. Hopefully that works. Yeah. 2,000 liked songs. We did it. And maybe 200 of those were from the channel. Maybe 300. Maybe. Okay, anyways, let's talk about the song. That was great. That was a great song. They say it's probably the greatest departure from their earlier sound. Here's the paranoia of encroaching technology. The central image of the song is a nuclear holocaust as well as global warming. Yeah, you got children who's in a bunker. Like, we're all in a bunker, the women and the children, you know, it's like the Titanic, you know, you gotta get everybody out. You gotta preserve and keep protected the people that matter the most, the women and the children. I'll laugh until my head comes off. I'll swallow till I burst, until I... In the nuclear holocaust taking place in an imaginary universe, the citizens are gluttonous and decadent. Think of Rome when Nero was Caesar, who... Okay, I don't even know what that word is. Tells us, played a liar. Well, the city burned. Yeah, I remember that. I remember hearing about that. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. The government and the people, the powers that be, as Death Grips would say, is laughing at us. And it's just, like, they're in disbelief, but they're in control of it. Or they're not in control of it, but they caused this, you know. Ice Age coming. Ice Age coming. Let me hear both sides. Let me hear both sides. And then just, so they're trying to be, like, civil about it, you know? Like, let me hear both sides. That's a good thing to do for, like, a judge. But then it's just throw them in the fire. And then, we're not scaremongering. This is really happening. Yeah, scaremongering. Yeah, to scare voters. It's like, we're not scaring them by saying, like, this will happen. No, this is actually gonna happen. This is actually happening. Damn. Mobile's skewering. Mobile's chirping. What is flying bears? Huh. But they were... Okay, a good example of the future predicting that Kid A is famous for. Oh, because they predicted stuff fitter, happier for OK Computer. They predicted stuff like that. This is 2000. Before, like, so, like, more technology stuff is coming, but, yeah, them predicting this is crazy. This is obviously not going to happen, you know? Here I'm alive, everything, all of the time. The Kid A official music sheets say aloud, but there have been errors reporting the official Radiohead music sheets before. Huh. Okay. Huh. And then the outro, which I don't really hear. I think it's just in the background. This famously chivalrous expression has maritime origins. The sinking of the Titanic, yeah. Women and children first protocol. That's what I said a little before. And then U.S. bombing of the bomb shelter during the Gulf War. With the release of... Oh, talking about later, make more personal. With the release of I Will. What is I Will? That's Hail to the Thief. Okay. Oh, and then in a bunker underground. Oh. Okay, so that's, like, completely correlated. Cool. Okay. Okay, and then, yeah, what is his outro? During the live performances, this one is for the children, or this one is for your children. And the children first, and the children first, and the children first, and the children first. Children might be first. Let's see what the credits, can you see like what the samples are? Yeah, oh, that's nice. Huh. Wow. Clearly predicting the movie Ice Age. The song was released 2 years in advance of the film. His passion for film and psychic capabilities cannot be ignored. Yeah, climate change, pollution, technology increasing, all that stuff. And how it all correlates to this. But yet, we're alive. This is the real world. We're no longer in limbo. This is the real world. Let me hear both sides. Nah, screw that. We're burning that person. We're burning that person. Apocalyptic. Apocalyptic to its extreme. Yeah, Idioteque, such a good song. That's a great song. I probably talked about that for like at least 10 minutes. Track number 9, Morning Bell. Hate when that alarm clock goes off, man, and then I gotta wake up, gotta go to school. That's what's gonna happen tonight, or technically it's today because it's past 12 now, so that's what's gonna happen in 7 hours. Morning Bell, let's go. Vocals. Oh, and then it just stops. What's happening? Drums are going crazy again. You know what that means. Oh, yeah, no, that was fantastic. Morning Bell. I don't really know what to make of what this song means, but that sounded fantastic. Ooh, something that catches my eyes and ears eventually is that, hold on, I'm just gonna look up Amnesiac because I know that's the next album. Morning Bell is a song on here. Morning Bell / Amnesiac. So that's cool how they're like connected that way. That's pretty sick. So I don't think I've ever seen that happen. They're like, they make a song, and it's like a redo of the song on another album. That's really cool. That's sick. Okay. You know, it sounded really well. I loved when everything was just swelling up right here, and then it just just breaks right here, and then it's just, yeah. So cool. I love all the colors that they're using on Genius too. Like if you look at the annotations, it's just straight black, and like there's like orange and like black. So I think that could be more of like, you know, like the morning, the sun coming up. You know, the sun beaming. I don't think you're ready. Yeah. So let's read this little thing first. A common interpretation of the lyrics that the song is about a divorce, a married couple splitting up. Okay, yeah, because they cut the kids in half, you know, like trying to make things equal, but, you know, it's unethical, you know. Those are... Oh, so it could just be like a downplay or excuse the abuse by claiming their partner's injuries are minor. This is deep, dude. Where'd you park the car? Clothes are on the lawn with the furniture. Now might as well. Sleepy Jack, the fire drill. Round and round and round and round. So I think this is like a divorce stuff, you know, then cut the kids in half, you know. Oh, it's a Bible story. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. There's one where it's like, yeah, okay, that's fair. And the other one was like, no, please, no. Right? But the other said, neither I nor should have him. Yeah. Yep. Okay, that's cool. That just unlocked a memory in my head. It also just hit my funny bone nerve. Yeah, it kind of hurts. Okay, is the Morning Bell about a breakup or divorce? Not really, no. Okay, I don't know. That's actually quite weird. When we came off of OK Computer, I bought this house, this empty house. We had a ghost in it. What sort of ghost? Well, quite friendly, but a ghost. How do you know it was there? Okay, he kind of went on to yap a little bit. This song, this, however, doesn't validate the divorce interpretation completely, as Tom himself said in yet another interview. But I think we're okay. Okay. Nice. Morning Bell. That's cool. What do people in the comments have to say? People need people, but nobody wants to care enough to keep them. That is a W bar. Well, that's just a W saying, but yeah. Okay. Motion picture soundtrack is another name that I've heard, but it's only like 3 minutes long, and it doesn't have that many listens, so let's just do it. Track number 10, motion picture soundtrack. It's written on the same day as Creep.
Sleeping pills help me get back to yours. Cheap sex and sad films help me get where I belong. I think you're crazy. Think you're crazy.
Dude. Okay, that just sounds like an outro. That is an outro right there. Motion picture soundtrack, especially coming right after Morning Bell. That is so depressing, dude. Oh my god. That kind of reminds me of Videotape from In Rainbows. Just of how depressing it is, and how it's like basically the last song. Oh man. Wow. Roger, that is the same day as Creep. Imagine writing Creep and motion picture soundtrack on the same day. Makes sense. And what could possibly be one of the most depressing and bittersweet songs of all time? Yeah. Oh yeah, they use the organ. I was gonna say it's like a church thing. So the church like organ, you know? Yeah. Oh man, the song uses a haunting organ to set up the drug-induced coma imagery that harkens to a beautiful suicide for love and death. The implementation of a despairingly angelic arpeggio, harp, and parallel lyrics all help to summarize the song as Tom sings painfully, "I will see you in the next life." A fitting final track. Yeah, there's really nothing to unpack here. Motion picture soundtrack is an interesting title, though. I don't really get why it's called that. It could be a motion picture soundtrack of life. And this whole album has been like a deterioration of someone, you know, like, I don't know, well, first he was talking about like the problems of just like the world and stuff, and like how the whole idea of Kid A, but then once we got to like In Limbo and everything from In Limbo, everything on this side, In Limbo just being in a different world, and then Idioteque, you've got like the end of the world and people hiding in bunkers, and then you got Morning Bell, which is like a divorce, so like the end of like a relationship and end of a bridge, and then motion picture soundtrack. This has been a soundtrack for a deterioration of man and what will happen once digitalization and once cloning and all this technology stuff comes into the world. This is Kid A. Kid A could be the start of something different. It could be the end of something, the end of the world, but it could be the start of a new world. I will see you in the next life. That's probably that might be Kid A's part. But I don't know. I'm no mortal man. Maybe I'm just another depressed teenager listening to Radiohead. Yeah, fantastic song. The use of just I feel like every song has a completely different soundscape. Like this one uses so many different instruments. There's really no like crazy electronic stuff happening. It's interesting. We have one more song, and it kind of reminds me of I think Abbey Road, where like the last song is like 20 seconds long. So yeah, let's just go into this. This is called Untitled. I think we'll just include this as just like a final little thing. So let's just let it play. Instrumental. Is that it? Oh. That's it. Okay, yeah, it adds even more to the depressing just end. You know, well, let's just read this here. Final track of Radiohead's fourth LP is a haunting, ambient, untitled bonus track on the original version of the album. Song plays after a minute of silence after the conclusion of motion picture soundtrack, and is followed by another minute of silence. On some digital releases, it is listed as its own track, and the silence is omitted. So, like this one. What do people have to say? Truly incredible, thought-provoking lyrics, some of my favorites from the band. Yeah. Not 100%. 100%. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's great. Guys. Kid A. We finally listened to it. Finally. Classic Bob the Pop-Up action. Take off the headphones. Beautiful. Beautiful. A fantastic album. Honestly, from the very start to the end. It was so different. I feel like it had the most, like, differences in, like, terms of, like, songs. But maybe that's just with, like, every album. But definitely, like, in Rainbows and Kid A. It's just differences in every song. Each song is its own different soundscape. There were only 2 songs that didn't heart Kid A, the title track, but I feel like that might come in later. And then Untitled, just, wow. That was so good. I'm so happy I finally listened to it. Yo, what's good, everybody? Just before we get to the end of this video, for all the people that have actually stuck around through the whole hour and 20, whatever, I really appreciate you. So, if you've made it here, you are one of the OGs, one of the best in the community. I like to tell people that I don't rank people in my community, but if you guys are watching this, you guys are up there. I just want to give my additional final thoughts on this album a month and a half later. The day I'm editing this is the day it's coming out. This album, and I've kind of like developed my thoughts as I've edited the video. Obviously, after I listened to this initially, for the whole next month, I listened to it every day. Like, I'm not even joking, every single day. At least during the week after, probably 2 or 3 times every day. Probably coolest experience was listening to it in the car with my dad. That was just awesome. I love moments like that, and he hadn't listened to Radiohead in a while, so playing this and just both of us being there. It was genuinely such a good time. Yeah, so shout out Dad, especially if you're watching all the way here. Okay, additional thoughts. This might be my favorite Radiohead album. Revisiting it now, it might be my favorite album. Because it's got some of their best songs ever on here. I mean, Everything in Its Right Place. Kid A, kind of a skip. Okay, it's not a skip. It's just not as good as everything else. National Anthem, phenomenal. How to Disappear Completely, one of the best tracks I've listened to. I have a newfound, it wasn't newfound, but it's a lot more respect for it, just in general. And then Treefingers is kind of like an interlude to Optimistic, which is phenomenal. And then In Limbo is kind of an interlude to go to, or like a bridge going into Idioteque, which might even be my favorite on this album, going back to it. It's between that and How to Disappear Completely. And then Morning Bell is great. And then Motion Picture Soundtrack is also great. And then Untitled is just Untitled. But it has some of their greatest tracks on there. But it arguably has one of the worst, being Kid A, the title track. Overall, this might be their best album. And in terms of, like, revolutionary, you could argue that OK Computer's more, like, revolutionary and, like, more experimental for that time. But just in terms of redefining themselves and creating a whole new soundscape for them, it definitely goes to Kid A, 1000%. So, those are my thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I don't think I said anything that good in the outro, so let's just let this be the outro. If you guys made it here, like, subscribe. There should be a little subscribe icon somewhere around here, and then linking you to another video. Getting better at this YouTube stuff, you know. Yeah, more videos on the way, 100%. 2024 just beginning. See you guys in the next video. Peace.